everybody, so here is a video for day 1 of week 2, and we're going to confess right up front that this is actually being done in week 4 because we missed that day. But I wanted to be sure we have a separate little video for that very first day out on the range.
Important day.
That was an important day. So welcome to our interview series with Kevin, documenting his time at the Phoenix Truck Driving Institute. We hope that you get something out of this video, in case you're wondering, you know, what it's like to go to trucking school, and then maybe particularly this one. So we want to share that information with you, and here we are. So Kevin, thinking way back, I mean, it does almost seem like a lifetime ago.
Years ago.
When you had just finished all your classroom work, and then you appeared for day 1 of week 2 at the actual range. Can you please tell us about that day?
First day on the range. First time you get behind the wheel of a truck after sitting in a classroom for a week. So you initially, there's a lot of like, start this truck, back it over, you know, get it hooked up to this. So there are students there who've been there longer who get to do that, and you watch and you learn quite a bit. And then you get a handout, which is the vehicle inspection, which is many pages. And the instructor that day just handed it out to everybody and said, you have to know this. So read it and learn it and memorize it. And then he went off to do other things. So we're all standing there like, wow, this is a lot of stuff. We'll never learn this. And he didn't like teach it or walk through it or read it aloud or explain it or anything. He just handed it out and he was busy. So then the first maneuver you learn, and we all learned it that day, is straight back. So basically there's a bunch of pylons, cones set up in a row, signifying a single lane, and the truck is out front. You pull the truck up and there's like a marker cone that you come up, and your bumper has to be exactly 2 feet to the side and 2 feet behind that cone. That's your starting position, and then you put it in reverse, and with your foot off the throttle, you just slowly release the clutch and the truck starts moving. You don't use any gas in the yard, you don't use the throttle in the yard at all. It's just release the clutch and that truck moves. It's so powerful, it doesn't need throttle.
Wow.
So you're going backwards at a walking speed, and now you're learning to use both mirrors to make sure that, you know, the slight move from the truck will make the trailer go somewhere else. So you got to correct and bring them back together. And if you start out perfectly straight, all you got to do is hold it there for dear life and don't let it wander at all. And what you learn is that it may look right, and then suddenly it's way off. It's just all by itself. You didn't catch it starting to wander, and 3 seconds later it's bad. So you can keep it, you know, and we watched guys do it, and they were just like little tiny movements with the wheel. Anybody who did this wound up doing this. Sooner or later they just had to stop. They never made it. Okay. So it's little moves. And I figured out quick, what the instructor says is watch your mirror, watch your trailer, make sure it's lined up straight, and just keep it like that. And I would look at both mirrors, because that's my habit, you know, since I backed up small trailers, to see what's going on both sides. And I found that I could see the rear axle on the trailer, just the edge of the tire. I don't think you discovered that till the second day of week 2, because I recall in the video you figured that out the second day. But that's, or maybe you were reminiscing about the previous day. That's the trick. That was my trick, that if I could see both, I knew I was good. As soon as one of those little black lines, the edge of the tire, disappeared, I had to get it back. Okay. And that was how I was able to get it to go straight back. So I got the maneuver. And that's the trick, people. Listen to that trick. Remember that trick. And, you know, when you're backing up, and we learned this with the motorhome too, you got your mirrors set for the highway. You're looking at the whole side of the motorhome or the trailer, and you want to see just the side, and you want to see the next lane. You want to see other cars and vehicles and directly behind you. When you back up something like this, you take your mirrors and tilt them so you're looking down at the ground and at your tires at the back, and see what where your tires are situated. That tells you when to make your turns and your moves. So I I would angle my mirrors down a little bit.
In the motorhome.
And now I'm doing it in the truck too. When I make the maneuvers in the yard doing offsets and parallels, I'll angle my mirrors down.
Oh, I thought they have the little concave
They have the little
mirrors,
convex ones, but
convex?
if you're looking on the right side, you can see that tire, but when you want to see that tire cross a line and start making your next turn, it's better if I use the upper mirror.
You actually have to tilt them.
I tilt mine down, and,
wow.
and then I can see that tire.
Interesting.
And whenever I get in the truck, they're up, and you see the slab side of the trailer, and I'm like,
why?
And that's okay.
You can see if somebody's climbing on the side of your trailer.
You can do that if you're going straight back, but if you're making turns and maneuvers, you really want to see the tires and where exactly they are.
And I just want to say, when we stored our Winnebago for Christmas last year, well, I guess that's now over a year ago, but we went to Germany for Christmas, so we put the Winnebago in a storage place, and we had, I mean, where you had to back in, I couldn't believe how tight the spaces were. I mean, you were inches.
When we opened the door to get out of the RV, we couldn't open it all the way. It was hitting the next vehicle.
Yeah. I mean, you had inches on each side.
The stairs folded out, and they were this far from the next guy's vehicle.
Yeah.
You get out like this, and we had to get our luggage.
It was unbelievable, and I was so impressed how you backed it in. So, you know, you're definitely, and you know, where we used to live for 10 years, the one place we lived for 10 years in the Virgin Islands had a long winding driveway, and you were a star backing up your truck down that, you know, downhill in a curve with little weird walls on the sides. I mean,
uneven ground, lots of bumps.
And I was always amazed at your backing up skills. So this is very cool that you're now stepping it up to a truck, and that you found your little trick on how to do it well.
Yeah.
Because I'm always impressed with that. So I look forward to seeing how you do it.
Yeah. You should come and video it.
Well, it starts, you leave here at 5 in the morning.
Be there Tuesday.
Not for 5:30
You can sleep in the car until 9:30. Anyway.
I'd make you nervous if I'm running around like paparazzi.
Anyway, that was day one on the range.
Oh yeah, we're on day
beginning of
one.
week 2, and so we practiced our vehicle inspection diligently. Like I recite it twice a day at least, and just by myself, and then we all do it together first thing in the morning. So it's becoming natural for us now, and the backing straight up was the easiest thing to learn. So glad. I actually watched a guy do it today in the exam, and
I talking today, week 4?
Today in week 4, I watched a guy do it in the exam, and I couldn't actually remember where you're supposed to stop. That's how long ago it was. That there's a certain cone you're supposed to stop at, and I'm like, I'll probably fail that because I can't remember where to stop, even though I'll get it back. Okay. So we'll see.
All right. Well, we'll see. But back to the actual day 1 of week 2.
Day 1, week 2. That's it.
Anything else?
No.
Is there nothing else? No.
Good instructor. Nobody was going out for rides then.
And there's a left and a right, or a north and a south side, or something you've talked about?
Yeah, you're on the south side of the big parking lot doing maneuvers there, and the more advanced people are on the north side.
Okay. So how many trucks?
There are 8 tractors altogether, and trailers for most. I think there's 6 trailers.
All right, and these are full trailers.
Yeah,
and I think 53 feet.
Full-length box trailers, and Volvo. Can't remember the model number, but they have a sleeper on them and dual drive axles, and there's one Freightliner also with a sleeper and dual drive axles.
And at this particular school, they are all stick shift, all manual.
All 9
most
speeds.
Fleets nowadays, and all the and all the big trucking companies, they're all automatic.
Yeah,
but
I'll be in an automatic in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I know it already.
Yeah,
but I still.
Okay, hey, we're doing day 1 of week 2.
Oh yeah, this is week 2.
Stop talking like week 4.
Boy, I sure hope I get to go for a ride soon. I'd like to take this truck and drive it up the street. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. Can we just stay in week 2?
Maybe Thursday.
Okay. Wow, are you seeing the future?
I am.
All right, this is good. This video is getting complicated.
Us sitting in the driveway in front of our motorhome. The word Winnebago just keeps coming into my head. It's the spirit. It's the spirit of RV.
Of Winnebago.
Harvey, my good friend Harvey.
Sorry, people, this video is getting a little weird.
Time to go.
Really, we just wanted to let you know. Oh, now he's telling me to wrap it up.
Come on.
But wait, no, not yet. Listen, day 1 of week 2 was important, and at that point I wasn't videoing you every day like I have been since week 2 of since day 2 of week 2. Listen,
I have to take the whole class over again, pay the tuition so we can do this right. We should have you do it, because that'll be worth filming.
Oh, yeah, except when you film, you usually like get my foot, or you know, you're up
Can
in
you
the
see? Can you see?
putting your finger in front of the lens. So I don't think that would be very good. Why don't we each stick to our talents? Okay.
I'll be the talent.
Yeah, you're the talent.
You're the producer. Call my agent.
I will. I would say this guy is really troublesome. Send me a new model.
All the big stars are.
My question.
Yes.
For that first day on the range.
Yes.
Were you nervous?
No.
Why not?
I was eager more than nervous. I wasn't like worried that I would do something wrong. I was more like, let's charge ahead and get on this. It's going to be fun.
Excited.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. There was a lot to learn, and I wasn't worried about that. I wanted to get my hands on a steering wheel real bad.
Especially because with our Winnebago, we've been sitting here for almost a year. Because COVID stopped us in our tracks, which is why we're pivoting.
I never took a course in driving this. I had like, the test drive was my instruction. Hey, don't scratch anything. You got to turn really wide with these things, okay? And so imagine going through truck driver school. I'll probably be much better at driving this thing now.
Yes. Well, you're a natural, so you know, 31 feet. I remember when we first got the motorhome, you did insist we were not going to have a tow vehicle because you just wanted to get used to driving a 31-foot RV.
Nobody listens to me.
Nope, because then we met Hector and Brenda, and they were like, "You're taking a tow vehicle, right?" And Ken was like, "Well, no, I was gonna just kind of get used to driving this thing." And they were like, they've been full-time on the road 3.5 years, and they were like, "You need a tow vehicle. Don't worry, you don't even feel it behind you." And then we took a little trip. We bought it in Albuquerque, so we took a trip up the Turquoise Trail behind Sandia Mountain, and I had always wanted to go to Madrid, and we got there and there was no place to park this big thing, and so we actually never got to stop in Madrid. And at that point we realized we definitely need a tow car when we're heading out to explore the continent, because you need to park the big thing somewhere and then you just take your car to explore this, you know, the different places. So, and then once you had the tow vehicle, you were just a natural at it. You did really well.
I didn't even know it was back there most of the time.
And we got the camera, and I think we only had...
What car?
Yeah, and we had, like, in 3 years we had 2 situations where you got into a bit of an awkward spot and we had to disconnect because you cannot back up having the tow vehicle. But that's it, 2 times, and yeah, you didn't take a course, no class, you're just amazing, Kevin.
I was in Texas and Maine, and we're never going back there again.
Yes, we are, for sure. All right, so that's it. This is, as we told you, a retroactive video. All the other ones from here on in are actually videoed on the day of. But I wanted to fill in this gap and apologize that it's retroactive, but I think we recreated it pretty well. So stick with us through this journey, interview series with Kevin every day to see how it's going at Phoenix Truck Driving School, where he's doing his CDL in February of 2021. We hope you learn, we hope you have some entertainment, and please, if you liked our video, learned something, smiled with us, go ahead and give us the thumbs up and comment or questions below. And remember, please subscribe if you want to join us on this journey. And that's it for today. From Kevin, Tanya, and Dusty the Winnebago.
That's my girl.
Love. That's your girl? I thought I was your girl.
Bye-bye.
Bye.